I am outraged. I'm telling you, I am outraged. And here's why I'm outraged. Yesterday on this program, I was having a few liberties with Bathtub Boy, as I often do.
I am the captain of the SS Bathtub. I roam wherever.
Bathtub Boy over there on MSNBC has been working up a fit of passion about how awful George Bush is and how terrible he is, and how he, Bathtub Boy, has never covered anything, how he has trumped all other opinion makers in this country, some of whom have actually gone to war, some of whom have actually been involved in politics, while he was off on a sports channel. But nonetheless, his opinion about George Bush carries all the weight and all the drama and all the passion, because he is so filled with raw emotion about Bush. And we ran what he had to say, and we made a little musical comment. And the Daily Kos people said that I am completely devoid of compassion. I made fun of Jon Stewart and his From the Heart thing. And then I made fun of Bathtub Boy when he was speaking also from the heart. You know what we wanted to do? I mean, when Bathtub Boy was ranting on and on and on, we had a choice here. Angry Rich was gone yesterday, so it was Bob and I putting together the show. And I said, look, we either run Hearts and Flowers violin music behind us or a laugh track. So we chose the Hearts and Flowers violin music. And that ticked him off over at the Daily Kos. So we said, okay, fine, you didn't like that. How about the laugh track?
This president has decided that night is day and death is life, and enraging the world against us is safety. And this laziest of presidents actually interrupted his precious time off to fly to Iraq to play at a photo opportunity with soldiers, some of whom will, on his orders, be killed before the year, maybe before the month is out. Just over 500 days remain in this presidency. Consider the dead who have piled up on the battlefield in these last 500 days.
It's called war,
Consider
jackass.
the singular fraudulence of this president's trip to Iraq yesterday, and the singular fraudulence of the selling of the Petraeus report in these last 500 days. Consider how this president has torn away at the fabric of this nation in a manner of which terrorists can only dream in these last 500 days.
Is that going to make the Daily Kos people feel better, Angry Rich?
It might, just might.
That's really funny, isn't it?
You know what I thought was a really nice touch, Bob, was that Bill Clinton laugh in there.
And consider again how this president has spoken to that biographer, that he is playing for October, November, that the goal in Iraq is to get us in a position where the presidential candidates will be comfortable
the
about
Homer
sustaining
Simpson one,
a presence. And consider how this revelation contradicts every other rationale he has offered in these last 500 days.
How about the David
in the
Gregory one
context
again?
of all that, now consider these next 500 days.
I think it's funny.
Mr. Bush, our presence in Iraq must end.
Oh, Hillary.
Even if it means your resignation.
Great.
Even if it means your impeachment. Even if it means a different Republican to serve out your term. Even if it means a Democratic Congress. And
all right. The big outrage. Well, am I going to get more trouble about that?
Yes.
Thank you. That'll be good. Will I make worst person in the world?
Yes.
Good.
resign.
For those of you who don't know, there's this fellow on MSNBC, does this show called Something Down. Fall Down, something. I used to work over there, and I had to take his place a lot because he was constantly staying home, not doing his show. He was afraid of the Bill and Hillary and Monica Lewinsky story, and he'd stay in the bathtub all day.
Splish splash, I was taking a bath.
And he would sing, I don't need to go do my show. Gibson's there to do it. Eric in Port Miami, you wanted to call about Bathtub Boy?
Really, unless it's in your job description, how can you?
You mean Bathtub Boy?
How can you disagree with Keith Olbermann?
With Bathtub Boy?
Well, we'll call names if you have to.
With
if that's in your job.
Bathtub Boy? How can I disagree with him about what?
The sound bite that you were playing and putting the laughter over on.
Well, I guess that would apply, Eric, to FDR when he ordered Eisenhower to attack the beaches of Normandy. We might have lost 7,000 or 8,000 people that day. So Keith Olbermann, or Bathtub Boy, should have been there just sobbing away about the loss of life that day. Or he should have been over Abraham Lincoln's shoulder saying, oh my God, do you have any idea what's going on with the Civil War? Let the country split up.
Okay, I find that funny.
Yeah, it's real funny.
It is funny.
The truth of the matter is, did you cut me off yet?
Yeah. Oh my God. Does Bathtub Boy wear a rug? It would come off in the tub, wouldn't it? I would think.
You think
But
so?
this president has ceased to listen.
Bush eats babies.
This president has decided that night is day and death is life, and enraging the world against us is safety.
Bush eats babies.
And this laziest of presidents actually interrupted his precious time off to fly to Iraq to play at a photo opportunity.
Bush eats babies.
With soldiers, some of whom will, on his orders, be killed before the year, maybe before the month is out.
Bush eats babies.
Man, I'm trying to get... have I got those people at the Daily Kos fired up yet?
They hate you, John.
Thank you so very much.
You're welcome. I mean, they were so upset that I put that little violin music behind the rant. There's going to be a war, and people are going to be killed, and the war could stop if only the commander said, let's go home. Why won't the commander say, let's go home? Because he's evil, he's stupid, he's lazy, he doesn't care about the soldiers he sends into battle. He doesn't care.
Bush eats babies.
Did I make them mad yet? God, I hope they're mad.
John Gibson of Fixed News, today's worst person in the world.
Always striving to be the worst to Bathtub Boy,
You should crawl off into a hole and die.
but the best to you. John Gibson on Fox News Talk.